Gorgeous look at a place of NFL history. Welcome to Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. Rasheen Ali on the return. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner, 100%.
And to do it on the ground to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the four-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
That is Tyler Loop, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Josh Blackwell to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Kate, this is one of those situations where a quarterback has just got to say to himself, poised. Be poised. Yeah, your team just gave up a big blow on the other side, and you don't have to get it all back in one play like they just did. You got to go out there with poise to do your job and go lead your team.
He takes it himself.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Tight end going in motion here. First down throw by Williams. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Teddy Buchanan.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. On 4th down, it's Williams. Pass brought in by Burton. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Swift. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears finish off their opening drive. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Ali to return it. Showing a little burst so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they'd love a repeat of their last drive, wouldn't they? Their first play was their only play as they ran it in for 6. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Bears bringing out an extra DB here. Third down. Lamar now from the gun. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A pickup of 17. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
So first down from the 41. Jackson keeping it himself. And he's not able to escape. The zone lead doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Lamar's going to keep this one. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. To the air on 3rd and long. Andrews has it, working downfield. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a second quarter lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown.
Quarterback and receiver, yeah, they'll get the credit. Those numbers and those stats, they're theirs. But that play happens, Kate, because the big guys up front give them enough time to make it happen. From one side of the field to the other, bingo.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Devin Duvernay to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Williams on first down. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Third down. Here's Williams. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he sails that one over the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That pass pulled in by Henry. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Staying grounded with Swift. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Air it out on 3rd. He's going to push one deep down the right. He's looking for Luther Burden. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. After this one, we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. They'll send their tight end right. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. So 2nd and 6 awaits on the other side. And we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. First down, here's Lamar. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Gets this to Bateman. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They toss right side to Henry. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That one finds his man, Likely. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. On 4th now, on comes Tyler Loop, gonna try this field goal for the Ravens. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Loop knocks it through, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Blackwell now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Swift. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And this one is launched downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. Baltimore running its offense out now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Lamar. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Jackson now on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Bears about set for their next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down. Here's Swift. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Running behind center with Swift. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Going run again with Swift. Get some space around midfield. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down throw by Williams. Taking a chance to the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears shave some off the deficit late in the quarter.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They still have the lead, but that touchdown makes it a little close for comfort. So they still have a chance to get it back up to a 2-score game. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we're through 3 here. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. First and 10 from the 32. Lamar now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the pistol, Henry. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Back to throw it. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Running once more with Henry. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. The Bears decide to call their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. We've set it down from 37. First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on second down.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. This is Henry on second. No look there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Bears in the nickel, third down. He's back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. Blackwell now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Williams from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Williams throwing again here on second down. He set up the screen here to Swift. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears down by a touchdown. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Looking to throw. He finds a Dunze downfield. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. He'll look to throw it. He's going to keep it this time. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's first down. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains, the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. He just put on a show.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. Big gain downfield. And this is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.